I've got another one here for you as well. So this is for any up and coming fighters, amateurs, even pros. What's 3 top things that you think they need to work on, or they should work on?
I can give you a list way more than 3. Blending your game so that you're not trapped with one specific style. I thought that was a good thing that I learned pretty early, because I've come into this sport as a rugby player, so my skill set is way limited. I was not a striker, a grappler, a wrestler, anything. I was a guy who had to just learn everything and try and figure it out. And I fought a lot of guys who would consider themselves like more specialist in a specific area. And I've always found that if they couldn't get you into that area early or win in that area like early in the fight, then they would like mentally start to break like quite early. Had a couple of fights in the early part of my pro career where I'd be up against a guy who's a grappler, so I know the first thing he wants to do is take me down, and he might put me against the fence, but after a minute stuck against the fence when he couldn't get me down, and now we're starting to go into 2 minutes against the fence, he's still working to get me down, can't get me down. I can feel like the doubts creeping into him. Like, if you've spent 8-12 weeks training for this one thing, and you're at the moment the strongest you're possibly going to be in a fight, and you can't get me down, panic is going to start to set in a little bit, and then you can take advantage of that. But it'd be also like so I've got a couple of kickboxers in the gym at the minute, and they always want to kickbox. I keep on telling them, like, you've got to wrestle, you've got to grapple, because what you're going to do when you go up against somebody who's a better kickboxer than you, you're just going to spend the fight just trying to lose at kickboxing.
You got to learn to adapt.
Yeah, you want to win the fight, yeah? I know you think you're a kickboxer and your kickboxing is, your biggest asset, but if you neglect any of the other things, you're gonna lose eventually. Somebody will be better at you at those things.
That's a good way to look at it. 'Cause that's just like life.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of MMA for me, because I can't imagine what it'd be like. Well, no, I've watched. Was it Rigondeaux against Lomachenko?
Yeah.
Right. You got two world class boxers, and one of them was an Olympic medalist for whatever, Rigondeaux, and he's quit on his stool after however many rounds. You can't imagine a boxer at that level not knowing what to do 5, 6, 7 rounds into the fight and that. And for me, like, the beauty of MMA is, like, if I'm losing in a certain area, I can take it somewhere else. I've got to take it somewhere else. If I'm losing at boxing, where do I take it?
Yeah.
I'm just going to carry on losing at boxing.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long, long night. Do you know what I mean?